Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lee. You guys have not seen anything from me on this LinkedIn Unleashed. I've got something I want to show you. Some things are good, mostly good, and there's one thing that's bad, and I don't really know why. I've reached out to the folks at LinkedIn because I'm going to show you the bad first. I'd rather show you the bad first. The bad, let me go ahead and hit home. Um, and I just went and cleared a whole bunch of notifications. People contacting me. It's pretty neat. But I've backed off since I started doing this because it's something I haven't got a complete answer on. I want to show you guys something here. So look at my connections, 3,381 connections. When I started this, probably about 5.5 weeks ago, I started with about 63 connections. And I was at almost 35 million professionals, and I have no idea what happened here. That's the bad part of this. So I don't know if it was some kind of weird algorithm change or something happened that I was building connections way too quickly. I don't know what happened here, but I've basically taken this up over 3,300 connections, which is still huge. This network is still big, but I had almost 35 million in one day when I linked out of it. I mean, when I logged out of it and logged back in the next day, I had this huge dramatic decrease. And I'm going to show you inside here, and then I'm going to get to some of the interesting stuff. All right. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna go here. Profile views, my bad. All right, so I want you guys to take notes. So when I started this whole thing. I had the aha moment, about right in here, if you will. Then I started the case study right in here, stopped it right in there, did nothing from about the 2nd of October until about the 18th, because I was working on the guide, I was working on other things, and I backed off. So you can actually see, I mean, even with that, I was still getting more significant profile views from doing nothing over a couple weeks, which I thought was pretty cool. Then I did this week probably about an hour, hour and a half. Same here, about an hour and a half, and roughly about the same. So after that, I really was, because when I saw this algorithm, when I saw this bump and I saw this, this decrease, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, what's going on? I just put this program out here. I put this product out here. What's happening? And here I've done all of about 20 minutes worth of stuff. So you can see, I mean, it's it's still stuff. It's still working on it. But I've been trying to get some answers as to what happened. So that's the bad, that's the good. So you guys can see I took off from about the 2nd to really about the 18th. It did I don't know, maybe an hour. I mean, I can't even think it was an hour, not even an hour of worth of work. And when I say work, nothing of this stuff is hard. This is easy, it's duplicatable, it's scalable. All right, so now you guys see, I want to just show you behind the scenes so you can see the bad. This is what I consider to be the bad. And if that's the bad, I don't want to be right, I guess you'd say. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the interesting part about this that I want to show everybody. Take note of this right in here. Take note of these things. The mobile app developer, SEO, small business marketing consultant. So I'm going to go in the search box. Let's go mobile app developer. I want you guys to see. I want you to see this firsthand. Check that out. For 4,923 for mobile app developer, I'm #1 overall in LinkedIn. Let's go to SEO. This is probably the biggest one. This is the big daddy right here. And I haven't checked this in a few weeks, so excuse me if it's not. And I'm just going to go people. Okay, let me go hit people. Checked it out. I'm #4 overall. So look at that, 1,557,075. Not too bad, right? Business marketing consultant. Check that out, 244,358. So let's just go small business marketing consultant. 5,888, #1. So as you guys are seeing, so let's go marketing consultant. Let's see if I'm there for that. And again, I'm just checking this impromptu. So #2 overall for 914,858. So let's go business consultant. I don't know if I'm there at all or anything like that. Don't really know. Look at that. 1,553,000 or 533,594. So there you go, guys. When anyone asks you and says, "Hey, is this LinkedIn Unleashed really what it is?" Like I said, I'm showing you verbatim. So I'm going in App Developer right now. Check that out. 17,330 results. Folks, that is telling you right there that I know what I'm talking about. And right now, I'm actually modifying the LinkedIn Unleashed. I showed you the bad first. So let's go back to that. So I showed you this is internally in LinkedIn, how I'm getting organic results. So when people actually say, they just want to say like app developer, mobile developer. Checked it out, 63,000. So you see this, guys? All these things that I've got optimized. These are things I covered in LinkedIn Unleashed that I show you, that I actually give you verbatim, that I talk about how to actually go about this. This is the big one, though, guys. SEO. Okay, I'm not number one, but I mean, look at that, you guys. Look at that. I mean, I'm number 4 overall for SEO. That is the hardest term to rank for in the world, in anywhere that you go. Okay, anywhere that you go. So that's the thing that I want you guys to understand, that what it is that I'm showing you, I'm doing this in the largest professional network in the world, and I'm ranking on top of results for that. So, all right, so let's go back to that. You guys are seeing that, and I want you guys to take one last look. So the bad is this. Okay, I was pushing on 35 million results, and I have no idea what happened here, and I haven't gotten any follow through. As I was ranking, I was taking screenshots, and if you guys saw my Twitter, you guys saw I was started ranking this, I start ramping this up, and I start getting these results, and then boom, one day I was hitting almost 35 million, and then bam, it dropped me down almost 13.5 million off my professional network, and I have no idea why. I have no reason to think anything I was doing was unethical, because believe me, I mean, I'm doing everything within what I consider to be ethical practices, and that's the only bad thing. So my professional network decrease. I don't know how, but look at my connections. That is a lot of connections, folks. That is a lot of people that I'm connected with, and I have no idea how my professional network dropped. So I'm showing you the bad first. I showed you all the good, and that's ranking in here. Like I said, I mean, everyone talks about, hey, how can you do SEO? And some of these people, like I said, I'm doing this in the internal search results here, you guys. I mean, if you did it in here, like I said, people for SEO, check that out, you guys. I'm number 4 for that. That is massive. That is massive. All right. Like I said, here's the other thing. I mean, business consultant. I mean, you guys, check that out. This is just as big as SEO, and I'm ranked number 1. All right. So hopefully you guys are seeing like the massive potential and what it is that I'm talking about. I'm clearly being transparent and showing you, hey, I've built this up. I've done this organically. I haven't spent a ton of time, but when you're wanting to know, hey, who is it that is putting this LinkedIn Unleashed out, and why in the world should you pay attention to it? I'm showing you, folks. I started with a case study. I had that aha moment. I made changes, and it had to meet all these objectives. It had to be free. It had to be simple. It had to be scalable. Okay, it had to be duplicatable. Folks, all these things, it had to, as you see here, I don't have a premium membership. I don't even have a premium membership. And you see, I've done all this stuff with, they changed all this right here when I was doing the actual, the actual case study on this. So there you go, folks. I'm showing you, I'm giving you transparency, and hopefully you guys understand that, that's not bad. As you can see, one day ago, I'm publishing a book, actually. That's the thing. I'm actually doing a crowdfunding, campaign right now on Indiegogo. And yeah, I'd appreciate your help there. Come check me out. But folks, like I said, and I just gained a connection as I'm actually doing this. I think, see, that's the point. This is building on autopilot for me, even though, and like I said, this is important for me to show you this. And sorry, this is going a little bit longer, but look at this, you guys. This is building, and I'm not even really trying to do this, okay? I was trying here. See this right here? I was trying. I was spending 30 minutes a day for 7 days, in this case study, and then I did nothing from the 2nd all the way to the 18th because I was working on the screenshots. I was working on putting the video together. I was working on the PowerPoint. It took me a little while, okay? And I was working on some other things inside Facebook and inside Pinterest, okay? So, and as you can see there, 60 is not bad. Look at my prior to that. That was, I mean, so you can see where I kind of backed off and then where I started ramping back up. Not too bad for an hour. Not too bad for an hour, you guys. Hour and a half, whichever, And then here I've done 20 minutes. I can tell you verbatim, I did 5 minutes at a pop, and I did it for 4 days. So, and I haven't even done anything today. All I did was go through and accept the people that have friend requested me. That's all I've done today. Outside of making you this video. So there you go. If that's the bad, then hey, that's better than most people have. So, and I did all this for free, just my time, and really I put this case study together. But like I said, let me show you this, because I think this is important to actually show you. I'm ranked 238 out of 3,000 in some change, 3,299. So I'm in the top 8%. Okay, and am I upset about that? Of course not. If I've only spent over the last month a total of 3 hours and 20 minutes or so, and I'm still ranked in the top 8% for as big as my network is, not too bad, you guys. So there you go. There you go. I wanted to show you that. I'm not using any software. I'm not using a premium membership. I had an aha moment, you guys, and I put together a case study. I put together my own processes. Actually, and I'm going to name drop here. There was a gentleman by the name of Greg Wells that I was invited to a free webinar that I checked out his webinar, and I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just like, oh wow, that's interesting. And I had other things to do, but there was a couple key points that I caught from this free webinar he put on. And then I made some changes based off of some of these recommendations that he pointed out. And like I said, I didn't even watch the whole thing. And I made some slight changes based off of those. Then I really started really looking at other profiles and like, wait a minute, I had that aha moment. Then I made some changes. Again, that's where this image comes from, okay? That's where this comes from right here, okay? Because I made changes. I duplicated some things in here, and that's why I put together LinkedIn Unleashed, because there are so many people who are missing the boat with this, and they're just missing out. I mean, that just really, if you're not aligning yourself with the world's largest professional network, folks, when you're pushing things on Facebook, or you're pushing it on Twitter, or you're pushing it on, Pinterest, or whichever the case, in my opinion, I didn't have that aha moment because I wasn't having any success for so long. With LinkedIn, and I've been on LinkedIn for quite some time, and I just wasn't having any success. But then when I listened to that webinar, and I think I was only on it for like 20 minutes or so. It was a replay, I believe, and I had to go. I mean, I caught it at the tail end of the night, and I watched it, and I was like, man, I gotta go to bed. I'm tired, whatever the case. And I watched it. I took a few notes. I'm like, I made some changes, but after that, check that out. I mean, I don't know what else to show you outside of, hey, I'm pointing out the bad. I mean, most people would love to have a professional network that big and have that many connections. I did all of that, folks, with, I looked at my notebook. I'm completely from 63 connections and just over 1 million professionals in my network to it's about 8 hours and like 43 or 44 minutes. It's something like that later. I've increased it over 3,300 and over 20 million in the process. Plus, I've ranked organically inside LinkedIn for all of that. So I hope that you guys see the power in that. I hope you see, what LinkedIn Unleashed can do for you. And I showed you results firsthand. So hope you guys got something out of this. Sorry this took so long. And, like I said, I'm opening up. What I did was I reopened this up to 200 beta testers, because what I'm doing is I'm looking for your results. I'm going to package these results and I'm going to increase the price. So I don't want you to miss out on this. This is something that I really I see the big value in this. I see the big reach with LinkedIn, and I had that aha moment, and I want you to experience the same. You guys have a great day, and go pick up LinkedIn Unleashed right now.